Hello boys and girls and welcome to Kids Matters. My name is Genesis and today I'm sharing part 3 of Moses the Egyptian entitled Plagues for Freedom. You can follow along with me in the book of Exodus chapter 4 verse 29 to chapter 12 verse 32. In our last story, remember Moses and Aaron started for Egypt as God had told them. Will Pharaoh let the Israelites go, or does God have to perform miracles through Moses for him to let them go? Moses is now 80 years old. His wife and sons remained at home in Midian. Before he and Aaron went to Pharaoh, they first visited the Israelite leaders to let them know God had sent them to deliver them. When they went to Pharaoh, he pretended not to know about God and asked for a miracle. So Aaron dropped his rod and it turned into a snake. Pharaoh's magicians dropped their rods, which also turned into snakes, but Aaron's snake ate up their snakes. Did Pharaoh budge? No, he didn't. The next morning, God told Moses to go back to Pharaoh and tell him to let his people go so they could worship him in the wilderness. Aaron stretched his hand over the water of the Nile River, and all the water turned into blood. The creatures of the water died and smelled up the place. There was no clean water anywhere. Can you imagine not having clean water for a week? The magicians did the same thing. Pharaoh did not budge. The third miracle was frogs all over the land. Frogs on the people, frogs in the houses, frogs in the beds, and frogs in the ovens. The magicians did the same thing, but just added more frogs. This time, Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron to speak to God to take away the frogs, and that he would release the Israelites. But again, he did not budge. There were 10 miracles altogether. Aaron hit the dust on the ground, and the dust became lice all over the land. Lice were on the people and animals. This time, the magicians could not perform their magic anymore. Then there were flies all over Egypt. All the cattle died, boils on the Egyptians, hail, locusts, thick darkness for 3 days, and the death of all the firstborn in Egypt. Each time, Pharaoh would call Moses and Aaron to ask God to take away the plagues, but refused to let the Israelites go. But finally, when all the firstborn of the Egyptians died, Pharaoh could not wait to get the Israelites out of Egypt. The Israelites never suffered from any of the plagues. Before the death of the firstborn, God gave the Israelites special instructions to protect their firstborn and to prepare them to leave Egypt. What did you learn? Write it down in the comment section below. I learned that God gives us many chances to do what's right, like with the Egyptians. And He also wants us to be free like the Israelites, so we must trust Him and obey Him. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on and like this video for the conclusions of Moses the Egyptian. Bye!